This is Jackie Helvey, and I'm here with Aimee and Yvette, who have transformed an old church out here on Poitras Road in Chatham County into a fabulous wedding venue. Hey, y'all.
Hi.
I just can't get over the transformation of this property. It's just great. So tell us about yourselves and about your venue.
Okay. Well, I mean, we are first things best friends and designers.
Oh, that helps, I bet.
We do brand design and garden design, and came across this building and felt like, you know, we could creatively restore it and sort of change the notion of what it means to gather together. And so we're big proponents of the intimate event, and this building needed a new life. It needed, you know, sort of its next course, and so we spent 2 years restoring it.
And when was that? What year was that you all started with this?
Yes, we purchased it in 2012, and then took a couple of years. It took us 2 years totally from permits and construction and everything. We opened in 2015, and this is going to be our 6th year.
Wow.
And yeah, we basically have, like you said, transformed it, and it's been growing year after year. You know, we definitely have the concept of celebrating small and having small intimate weddings at the forefront of everything, and which happens to work nowadays with everything going on. And so we've just really tried to make a space indoors and outdoors that people can enjoy and be with their loved ones.
So now you say small, and different people have different ideas of what small is.
Right.
So what's your typical wedding?
We host anywhere from, believe it or not, 2 people for beautiful elopements to 100 is our max.
Oh, okay.
So to us, that's big. That's loving big, but to others, that's small. So.
Right.
So it's nice. So our gatherings are a really broad range. We also host more than weddings. We do chef dinners and candlelight yoga and creative workshops.
Oh,
and
that's so
conferences.
cool.
So,
So tell folks about your spaces that you have available for rent.
Sure, we have our main chapel space, which is primarily used for indoor ceremonies or workshops, and the yoga is primarily inside during the night for candlelight yoga. So the main space is the heart of the entire property. And then we have our courtyard, which is great for al fresco dinners or just kind of having an outdoor picnic area. And then we have the garden, which is newly renovated this past year that we focused on. And out here we have, you can pretty much do anything as well. We have an Airstream available also with a deck that you can have a band on and just have a nice cocktail hour out here or a little mini concert. And we've gone as far as to have also outdoor yoga out in our garden as well, in collaboration with other companies.
Oh, that's great. Now, what do you do in terms of catering? Like if somebody wants to have a reception here or a party or...
So we work with field caterers, and these are chefs and caterers who can cook anywhere. And so we don't have a commercial kitchen here, but they bring everything in, so that makes it really creative. They'll be shucking oysters or cooking a pig, or, you know, so plating in front of guests, and they know how to do that. So we have a list that we work with called our hand-picked experts list, and they are sort of our favorite folks in the industry, who we've seen their work, we like their philosophy, and so we provide that list to folks who come here.
Well, that's great. So if people want to book your place, what's the system that they need to go through?
Well, primarily everybody kind of starts on the internet and they find us, and when they visit our website, we've made sure to make it an easy process on there so that they can have every bit of information that they will want to know about the chapel and about the property. And once they review all of that information, they have the opportunity to book a tour through the website in which they input their information, and we receive that as an inquiry. And then we reach out and just coordinate that, and once they come out for a tour, they decide whether it's for them or not, and then we just move forward from them.
One of the things one of the reasons I started doing what I'm doing, I've only been doing it since February, is because everything has changed so much.
Right.
How did this impact you all in terms of the events that you've held and things like that?
It's interesting because in some ways we were built for this. So, I mean, because we celebrate small and guest lists were sort of really being reduced because they had to be, we were still in business. And for some of our larger events, they simply postponed and pushed their date out. And while that was happening, while it got a little bit quiet, we used the time to build the garden space. So we ended up being able to expand our outdoor spaces so that people could still have their events and feel safe and distance and have fresh air. And so I think as far as venues go, we actually got very lucky.
Isn't it funny how, you know, a lot of bad came out of the pandemic, but a lot of good came out of it too.
It's interesting on tours, and we highly suggest tours because it's such a unique space. But we were always educating people on why they should cut their guest list. And a wedding doesn't require an audience; it requires the people you love most. And that was our tours were really educating. But then the pandemic hit, and it's like now people get it.
Right.
And we don't have to explain so much. They understand. They really value the people closest to them.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Now tell folks your address out here.
The address is 175 Poitras Road, and we are in Chapel Hill, Chatham County.
We're right on the line.
Right on the border, yeah.
And your website address?
It's www.theparlourchapel.com.
Okay, and then tell me your full name, since I didn't say your full name.
Yvette Navarro.
Aimee, Flynn.
Okay, well, it's so great to meet you guys and to
you so
see
much.
what you have done to this fabulous space.
Well, thank you.
And I wish you a lot of luck in the future. I know you're headed for the stars.
Aw,
Thank you.